Grandma Debbie here. So today I'm going to make a chicken casserole. I've got my noodles on. I just put them on, and I'm using these kind of noodles. This is what I had in the pantry, so this is what I'm using. And I'm doing it per the package directions. So I'm going to cook them for 8 minutes according to the package. And so I just put them on. And so we're going to get started. And what I'm using for the chicken is we had some leftover chicken from a rotisserie chicken that we got at Costco. So we had packaged it up and put it in the freezer, and this is what it looked like. We vacuum sealed it, and so I'm going to chop this up a little bit because there's some pretty good chunks in here, and I'm going to chop it up, and this is the chicken that we're going to use. And so we're going to get started on making our chicken casserole. I am making it a little bit early, and you're going to get to see my hand. Sorry about that. I'm making it a little bit earlier, so I'm not going to put it in the oven. Instead, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and put it in the oven later on. So, because it's kind of earlier in the day and we're not ready for dinner, but I want you to see how I'm going to do it. All right, so as I said, we're going to use our chicken. So I'm going to try to open it up. Maybe. Okay. So I'm going to just take it out of the package. I've thawed it out. Some of the pieces aren't too bad, so I might not have to chop it up. Let's see. We'll get it out. So when we go to Costco, we like to get their rotisserie chicken. And we usually have it for dinner the first night that we get it. And then we take the leftovers and we take the chicken and we debone it, and we get as much chicken off of it as we can. And then we either eat it the next night in something, or we seal it up and we put it in a bag and we vacuum seal it, and then we put it in the freezer and we use it at a later date for something else. Then we take the carcass and we make chicken stock with it, or broth, or sometimes we will make chicken noodle soup. Just depends on what we've got going on. All right, so I'm getting the chicken into smaller pieces, and I'm just using my hand because it's just easier right now to get it into smaller chunks. So, sometimes we'll get the chicken noodle soup from Costco that Costco actually makes, and they use their rotisserie chicken, their leftover rotisserie chicken, and it's really delicious. We'll buy it, and we'll sometimes put it in the freezer, and then we'll take it out and we'll put it in the crock pot, and we'll have it for dinner. We like to do that, we like to have it on hand, especially during cold and flu season, because then we have it available when we're not feeling well and we don't have to worry about it making dinner. Okay, so I've got chicken here. I'm not exactly sure how much. It's a couple of cups of chicken, but I've got some chicken there. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And then I'm going to add a cup of grated cheddar cheese. So I'm going to grate that up. And I'm not really going to measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it, but it's going to be about a cup that I'm going to be adding. You can use whatever kind of cheese you want to add. So if you don't like cheddar cheese, you can use mozzarella cheese, you can use pepper jack, you can choose whatever cheese you have. If you don't have cheese, you don't even have to add it if you don't want to. It's completely up to you. You can also use the pre-shredded if that's what you would prefer to use. We just tend to shred our own cheese just because it's something that we prefer it. We feel it tastes better. So, but we do get the pre-shredded once in a while. It just depends on what we're making. We will sometimes purchase it. It just, like I said, it just depends on what we got going on. And And so we'll do that once in a while. So looks like we got about a cup. So I'm going to add that into the bowl. Ooh, the chicken smells really, really good. Then I'm using cream of chicken. Sometimes I will use cream of mushroom, but with a chicken casserole, I prefer the cream of chicken soup. So I'm going to use the cream of chicken. You can also use like cream of celery, whatever cream of soup you like is what you want to use. You just want to make for sure you get all of it out of there. So. And then you're going to get a cup of milk and add that. And I should have had all my ingredients out, but I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just going to do it. So I'm using my pan to measure out my milk so I can get out more of the goodies out of the can. Okay. Alright, it's mixing up pretty nice. Okay, and then I'm going to add frozen vegetables. Once again, you can add whatever kind of vegetables you want. If you want to add fresh, add fresh. If you want to add canned, you can add canned. It's completely up to you as to what kind of vegetables you want to add. So I'm going to get those out of the freezer. The noodles are done, and so I rinsed them off in cold water because I wanted them to stop cooking. So I'm adding a cup of frozen mixed vegetables, and then I'm going to add a cup of corn. And I'm not measuring it, I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't really matter if you go over a cup or go under. It does not really matter. And once again, you can add whatever kind of vegetables you want. You can add fewer vegetables, you can add more vegetables, however you want. It's completely up to you. The nice thing about casseroles, it's whatever you happen to have on hand is what you use and what you put in your casserole. And I'm making a huge mess, sorry. Okay, so it is looking really good. Dinner is going to be delicious tonight with this rotisserie chicken. Nice thing about that Costco rotisserie chicken is you can do so much with it. Okay. You can make tacos, you can make enchiladas, you can just eat the chicken. You can cut it up and put it on sandwiches or over a salad. Grab the cooking spray. Okay, so I'm gonna spray my casserole dish because the last thing I want is for this to stick. Alright, so let me grab my noodle. Dump those in. Stir this all up. It's looking real good. Dinner's gonna be good. Probably should have gone with a bigger bowl. Oh well, it is what it is. It's gonna be a pretty good sized casserole. So we're probably gonna have casserole tonight, and then we'll have it again tomorrow night for leftovers, and then whatever's left over, we're going to probably put into the freezer. Now when I do go to cook this, I will set the oven at 350 and I will put it in the oven for 30 minutes. And I will put the recipe down below. in the description so that you will have it. And the nice part about casseroles is that you can make these ahead of time and put them in the refrigerator and have it when you're ready to cook later on. So you can make them before you head off to work. You can make it before you're heading off to soccer practice or whatever you got going on with the kids. Come home, take it out of the refrigerator, heat up the oven, toss it in the oven, and you got dinner going. So that's a nice part. All right. So this is what it looks like so far prior to it going into the pan. All right, so I'm going to bring the casserole dish over. I'm going to make a lot of noise doing it. And I'm just going to dump it into the casserole pan. Get out all the little goodies. Spread it out. Now I like to put chips or something crunchy on top of my casseroles because I just like something crunchy on top of my casseroles. But you don't have to do that. You can just leave it. You can put cheese on top. You can put croutons on top. You can do whatever you want on top of your casserole. It's completely up to you. The nice thing about casseroles is that it's easy to just take whatever you have in the refrigerator, put it into a casserole pan, and voila, you have a casserole. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and add the chips to it because I want it totally 100% ready to go. So I'm adding Lay's potato chips. And I'm just going to crinkle them up and put them on top. And just do a few. And like I said, you can add crackers, you can add croutons, you can add whatever you want to add on top. You don't have to do chips. You don't even have to do these. You can add more cheese if you want. You can just leave it blank. You know, whatever works for you. It's up to you. I just like something crunchy. I guess, I don't know where it came from. I guess when I was growing up, that's probably the way my mom did it, and I probably just stuck with it. Okay. All right, so here's my casserole. And I will pop it in the oven at 350 when I get ready to go to make dinner. And then after that, we will enjoy dinner. And I will take a picture of it when it's all completed and show you what the completed product. And I can't even speak. All right. Well, I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for coming along and joining me on this adventure. Once again, have a great day. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time.